Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind, and welcome to Khan Global Studies. I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening. So, I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. So first of all, welcome to the session. And in today's session, the topics which we are going to discuss, if you look at the topics which we are going to discuss, the first topic is about the COP30 targets. Now, see, in the last week also, we have discussed about this one topic called as NDC. So we are not going to repeat this one topic of NDC. Rather than that, we will discuss about the achievements of some of the previous COPs, that what has been done in COP 29, 28, 27, 26. So we are going to talk about those different things. Then the next thing which we will discuss is fusion energy in India. So there is a very good article in the Hindu today which is about the fusion energy program of India. So there is an Institute of India, Institute of Plasma Research based in Gandhinagar. So they have given this one future vision for India's future vision for this fusion reactors in India. So we will discuss about that. Then we will talk about this foreign defense facility. Okay. And as you know, nowadays UPSC is also asking about sometimes about the film awards. Sometimes it is also asking about cricket games. Sometimes it is asking about the important games here. So just in that case, we will see this one thing, Dada Saheb Phalke Award. And then there is one such miscellaneous article which is about Trump and United Nations. So these are the topics which we are going to discuss in today's session. But before we go into that, let us solve some questions first. Okay. We have discussed about right to privacy, freedom of speech and expression multiple times in previous week. So on the basis of that, here there is one question. Right to privacy is protected as an intrinsic part of right to life and personal liberty. Which of the following in the Constitution of India correctly and appropriately imply the above statements? Article 14 and provisions under 42nd Amendment, Article 17 and directive principles of state policy, Article 21 and the freedom guaranteed in Part 3, Article 24 and provisions under 44th Amendment to the Constitution. So I think it is quite easy question and everyone can answer this. C option. Yes. So I think yes, everyone is correct. Article 21 and the freedom guaranteed in Part 3, that is covering the right to privacy. So that is our first question. Second question is this. With reference to the Constitution of India, consider the following statement. No High Court shall have the jurisdiction to declare any central law to be constitutionally invalid. An amendment to the Constitution of India cannot be called into question by the Supreme Court of India. So which of the statements given above are correct? The first is asking that can the High Court do anything with respect to central laws? Second is saying that the Constitution of India cannot be called into question. Any amendment to the Constitution of India cannot be called into question by the Supreme Court of India. So what will be the answer? This is question number 2. So here also I think you know this part, that no High Court shall have the jurisdiction to declare any central law to be constitutionally invalid. This one statement is incorrect because High Courts can also question this. High Courts can also question this. So this first part here is incorrect. The second is saying an amendment to the Constitution of India cannot be called into question by the Supreme Court of India. This is also incorrect. You know that Supreme Court can declare that as null and void. So correct answer is option number D. Consider the following statements. The mode of removal of a judge of High Court in India is same as that of removal of judge of Supreme Court. After retirement from the office, a permanent judge of a High Court cannot plead or act in any court or before any authority in India. So here we have question number 3. The mode of removal of a judge of a High Court in India is same as that of removal of a judge of the Supreme Court. Second is saying, after retirement from the office, a permanent judge of a High Court cannot plead or act in any court or before any authority in India. So what will be the answer? A option? Yes. So if we look at this one question also, you can understand from here, the mode of removal of a judge of High Court in India is same that of removal of judge of Supreme Court. So it is as simple as that. Second is saying that after retirement, a permanent judge of High Court cannot plead or act in any court. Now tell me, where they can plead? In which court they can go for this fighting any case? In which court they can plead any case? In which case, in which court they can plead any case? Supreme Court? No, they cannot go before the civil court. They cannot go before the civil court. They cannot even go in the same High Court. Okay. They can go to other High Courts, or they can also go to the Supreme Court. So in other High Courts also and in Supreme Court also they can plead. So here the answer will be A, that is 1 only. Now there is this one information for you, like the prelims test series is starting from this 5th of October. The prelims test series is starting from 5th of October and it is having 49 tests. Okay. So this is one test series which is going to be available in online as well as offline mode, and it is bilingual also. So at these centers in Delhi, in Mukherjee Nagar, Karol Bagh, Prayagraj, Patna and Dehradun, at these offline centers it will be available, plus it is also there in online mode. So this is one such test series which is starting. Many of you have started your preparation for prelims of 2026. So this is the right time that you can start solving questions also, so that your entire preparation can be as per a schedule, can be as per a timeline, and you can finish it well before the examination. So you can consider joining the test series for completing and revising more and more during this preparation phase. Okay. Now, so we are going to discuss about price of it. See, price of this is, if you just visit the website, there also you can see the price of it. Okay. Like what you have to do, just do this one simple thing. Go to the website of Khan Global Studies. Okay. Just go to Khan Global Studies. Okay. There you will find that in the test series section, you will find that we are having this test series here. We are having this test series here. You can see this is UPSC GS plus CSAT. So here it is for offline. For offline the price is 34.99 and for online the price is 1,999. Okay. So here itself you will find that for offline and online both options are there. So for online the price is 1,999 and for the offline section it is 3,499. So you can see it from the website also. For offline medium it is 34.99 and for online it is 1,999. So that is the fee. Like all other courses of Khan Global Studies, this is also at a very affordable price. It is for 2026 aspirants, those who are preparing for 2026. So for them, this part is there. So like this will be concluded. This is something which will be concluded before the prelims 2026. Okay. Let me show you this one part also. Like you will find that the last test of it. Okay. You will find that we are having the 49th test on 10th May itself. Means you will find that like at least 15 days before your exam, at least 14 days before your exam, your entire test is going to be over. So you would have sufficient amount of time to revise and make changes. So these 49 tests are going to be completed over the next like 7.5 months. 7.5 months. So on an average, you can see that you are giving around 7 tests per month. On an average, 7 tests per month. So you will have very good revision during this period. You are having 7 tests per month. So that is quite good revision for you also. So this is one such batch starting from 5th of October. Now we are coming to our topics. Okay. Good evening, Anjali. So now we are coming to our topic. The topic is this simple, that India may be increasing the efficiency target. We have already discussed about this NDC of India in the last week. Now in today's session, we are going to see that what has been the achievements of COP till now. What has been the achievements of COP till now? So first of all, can you tell me this year COP 30? Can you tell me where it is going to be organized? Like in which area it is going to be organized? In which country we are going to organize this COP 30? If your exam is there next month, then you may join later also, Anjali. Mains answer writing. Okay, Bivan, just give me time till 5th of October, then we will be coming with something new. Okay. So this year it is going to be organized in Belém in Brazil. Okay. It is going to be organized in Belém in Brazil. So it is going to be there in the month of November. In the month of November, between 10th to 21st November, we will have this Conference of Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. This COP simply means Conference of Parties. Conference of Parties. So all the members of this, okay, the members here, the members of this UNFCCC, they unite here, they unite here, and then they talk about climate change here. Okay. So they are talking about climate change in a AC room with world-class facilities. Many a times the same AC rooms or many of these climate change events are being supported or being powered by energy which is coming from thermal power plants. Okay. So many of these conferences are itself becoming a source of global warming, but that is a different subject. At least they should try to do something new. They should be trying to do something new in order to remove that pollution. So what we see here, that COP 30, it is going to be organized. Okay. This is the COP of UNFCCC, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. So it is a COP of UNFCCC. Okay. Now, what has happened in the previous COPs? Like we have this COP 29. COP 29 was there in Azerbaijan. COP 29 was here in Azerbaijan. So what happened in case of Azerbaijan in 2024? So here we see that new collective quantified goal. Okay. So new climate finance goal was finalized. New climate finance goal. One of the main achievement here is new climate finance goal was there. that now we will have like $300 billion. Now we will have a target of $300 billion by 2035. By 2035, that we will have this $300 billion by 2035. Then there was also a target, a broader target was there to mobilize 1.3 trillion by 2035. There was another target that we will try to mobilize $1.35 trillion by 2035. There was also a very famous thing, Article 6 of Paris Treaty. Article 6 for Paris Treaty, the rules were finalized for it. Okay. Rules for Article 6 of Paris Treaty finalized. Can you tell me what is this Article 6 related to? Can you tell me what is this Article 6 of Paris Treaty related to? This year in prelims exam, and before the prelims examination, when we were having the marathon series, in marathon series also we have discussed a question on Article 6 of the Paris Treaty, and even in the prelims exam this year there was a question on Article 6 of the Paris Treaty. Okay. So what is this related to? What is this Article 6 related to? टाइम चेंज कर दीजिए, कितने बजे से आप टाइम चाहते हो? हिस्ट्री की क्लास आपकी 5:30 से होती है, तो 4 बजे करना तो मुश्किल है, बट ठीक है, मुझे थोड़ा समय दो, मैं देखता हूं क्या कर सकता। मॉर्निंग में मतलब आप क्या चाहते हो कि मैं सुबह सुबह उठ के पहले आपको करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ाऊं? आई विल लेट यू नो। देखो जो पॉसिबल हो सकता है टाइम, आई विल लेट यू नो। तो फर्स्ट टेल मी अबाउट दिस आर्टिकल 6. What is this related to? Article 6 is related to what? This is related to carbon market. This is related to carbon market. Tomorrow again I will ask you the question. Article 6 is related to carbon market. Okay. So tomorrow again I will be asking you. Okay. No, it's not about you. It's about like when I have to teach, I have to prepare the content for current affairs in advance. And preparing the content of current affairs in advance in the morning in just 1 hour or 2 hours is something which is difficult. So what generally happens that if I take the class in morning at let's say 8 a.m. because from 9 I am already having classes. So if I take the classes at 8 a.m. in the morning, it means I will have just a time of 1 hour to prepare the content, and that is not sufficient because there is one thing, like normally people tell only what is given there in newspaper, but we don't do that. We try to like first see how much it is relevant to UPSC, and then we try to add certain content with respect. Like today itself in the newspaper we are not having content about COP 29 or 28 or 27, but we are adding something new. This takes time. So having the class in the morning at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. is something challenging. That is the problem. The problem is not from your side. Problem is like preparing the content that much efficiently in the morning. Okay. And plus, you know, there is winter also. So that is also one part. Now, so this is one thing which was there in COP 29. We also have this one thing called as COP 28. COP 28. So here there was an agreement. Okay. there was an agreement to transition away from fossil fuels. From the fossil fuels. Okay. Then we see that operationalization of loss and damage fund. Operationalization of loss and damage fund. So this is one part, like normally in examination, you can get a question like this. Okay. You can get a question like this, that what was the outcome of this? Okay. There was also a discussion, phase down of unabated coal. Phase down of unabated coal. So that was also something which was decided in COP28. This was there in 2023 in case of Dubai. In case of Dubai in 2023, we had this COP28 and all these things were decided in there. Then there was this COP27. COP27, it was there in case of Egypt. Okay. Here we have this one thing in case of Egypt, Sharm el-Sheikh. Okay. Here we see that there was establishment of loss and damage fund. Establishment of loss and damage fund. And you can see that this was operationalized later. This was operationalized later in COP28. We also see that there was also like a early warning system plan, adoption of early warning system plan. The main thing which was here is establishment of loss and damage fund. There was a operationalization of this in COP28. Apart from this, agreement to transition away from fossil fuel, phase down of unabated coal. So these were some of the major outcomes of COP27 and COP28. Okay. But there is also a very famous COP, that is COP26. This is one of the most famous COP in the recent time. It was also there. It is also called as Glasgow Summit. It was there in UK in 2021. Okay. In 2021, this was there in UK. And in this UK summit, first we see that there was this you can say that there was this finalization of NDC. You will find that there was updation of NDC. Updation of NDC, which we have seen earlier also, that the nationally determined contribution, that was also finalized here. We also see that Paris rule book was finalized. Finalization of Paris rule book. Then we also see that at this part itself, okay, like there was phase down of coal and fossil fuel subsidy. Phase down of coal and fossil fuel subsidy. That it was decided that now countries will be removing the subsidies on coal and fossil fuels. Okay. So these were some of the decisions which were taken at the part of Glasgow Summit, UK Summit. Here you will also find that global methane pledge. Global methane pledge also become quite famous during this time. Global methane pledge. It was also one of the major achievement of this Glasgow Summit. Okay. So in fact, you will find that there are questions on the basis of this in the examination. Not just in UPSC examination, you will find that there may be question in state PCS also about this. There may be question in CAPF exam also about this, and even in UPSC exam also. So you have to know some of the previous COP also. There is objective question from this in the examination. So this is the first part. Okay. Not for UPSC generally, not for UPSC generally, for other exams you may need. Okay. Now coming to the next portion. So this is the first part we have seen in the news. It is only this, that India may be increasing the target, but it has not been announced yet. So it is just a discussion that what may be India doing. So we are not going into that discussion. We are seeing something which is concrete, the achievement of COP 27, 28, 29 and 26 as of now. Okay. So now we are coming to the second part. Now we are coming to the second topic. The second topic which we have here is fusion energy. Okay. Fusion energy. Okay. So let us talk about this one topic. So I think you know the difference between fusion and fission. Okay. There are two types of energy. One is called as fission energy and another is called as fusion energy. So in fission, you may be knowing that suppose we have the uranium-235, it disintegrates into barium and krypton, releases free neutrons and huge amount of energy. Huge amount of energy. So this is something which we call as fission, where a heavy nucleus, where we see that a heavy nucleus is disintegrating into two or more nucleus or nuclei. So that is called as fission. But suppose that hydrogen and hydrogen combine together to form helium. So this one reaction is called as fusion. And this one reaction produces enormous amount of energy. This releases enormous amount of energy. Enormous amount of energy. Now, when we talk about this fission energy, we see that it is operational right now. It is operational right now. Means we are having many such fission power plants. We are having, in fact, many nuclear power plants in India which are already generating energy using the fission principle. But as we talk about the fusion, when we talk about fusion, it is something which is in experimental phase. This is something which is there in experimental phase. When we talk about fusion, like China says that they will have a reactor, a fusion prototype reactor. They will have a fusion prototype by 2030. Okay. UK and even some other European country, they say that by 2040. Okay. They also say that they will have by 2040. Now, there is an institute in India. There is an institute in India, IPM Gandhi Nagar. IPM Gandhi Nagar. So this IPM Gandhi Nagar, it has said that we are going to have fusion reactor. We will have fusion reactor by 2060. That we are going to have fusion reactor by 2060. So they have said that we are going to have this fusion reactor by 2060. So now the thing is, if we are able to do the fission reaction, what is the challenge with respect to fusion? Why we are not able to conduct the fusion reaction in that much simple manner as the fission reaction? So what do you think? What is the problem? Why we are not able to do this? Not able to maintain the heat. Okay. Lack of facilities and equipment. Okay. Release excess energy. Okay. Now, there are certain challenges with this. Okay. So, let us see what are those challenges. Okay. What are those challenges? First thing is a high temperature. A high temperature. Like temperature requirement is about 100 million degrees Celsius. 100 million degrees Celsius. That we need to achieve this. Here we see that China is having the East reactor, which is a similar fusion reactor. It is also a fusion reactor. Now, last year they have achieved 1066 seconds. They have achieved 100 million degrees Celsius. They have achieved this 100 million degrees Celsius for 1066 seconds. Okay. So, this is a work in advance, means we are generally progressing towards it. Second thing, if we talk about this, second challenge is the efficiency, input versus output ratio. Okay. Input versus output. Okay. This thing is popularly, okay, this is popularly known as Q value. Okay. It is called as Q value. This is something which is called as Q value. Now, this Q value must be greater than 1. Okay. This must be greater than 1. Must be greater than 1. Now, internationally, we are having many such projects, and there is one thing like there is one project, a joint European torus, which is there in UK, England. Okay. So, in that, this Q value of UK project or European project, this is right now 0.67. Right now it is 0.67. So, what is the meaning of it? What is the meaning of it? Suppose you are giving 100 megawatt of energy, and if you are getting 100 megawatt only, if this is the input and this is the output, if there is input of 100 megawatt and output of 100 megawatt, then what are you actually getting? Nothing. So, Q value right now it is 0.67, means we are giving more energy and we are getting lesser energy. We need more energy to reach to the temperature of 100 million degrees Celsius, and the resultant energy is quite on the lower side. So, that is another challenge. Okay. And third thing is commercial feasibility. It is said that Q should be greater than or equal to 20 for commercial benefits or for commercial feasibility. For commercial feasibility, it is being said that this Q value should be greater than 20. And if we talk about the International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, ITER, India is also member of it. Europe is also a member of it. US is also a member. China is also a member. Russia is also a member. In total, 35 countries are having this ITER project. Okay. And here the goal is to have Q equals to 10. So, even when this ITER is successful, that is more of a partial success. For this nuclear fusion reactor to be commercially feasible or commercially beneficial, we require a Q of 20. And right now, the best Q is 0.67. Okay. So from here, you can understand that how far we are away from the nuclear fusion reactor. And in this case, now we have this one institute in India, Institute of Plasma Research, Institute for Plasma Research in Gandhinagar. They have also said that we are going to have a fusion reactor. It will be called as SST Bharat. Okay. SST stands for Steady State Superconducting Tokamak. Okay. So IPM Gandhinagar, they have given a name also, SST Bharat. SST Bharat. Okay. It stands for Steady State Superconducting Tokamak Bharat. So they are having this SST Bharat project. There is already another project which is called as Aditya Tokamak. Aditya Tokamak, it is also one of the programs of India for achieving fusion reaction. So this is one part, the news related to this fusion energy in India and the entire context of it. So I hope this one part is clear. I hope this one part is clear. What is the aim here? What is the IPM trying to build? Okay. So now we are coming to the next portion. Now we are coming to the next portion, that is foreign defense facility. Foreign defense facility. So this is a very interesting, and although there are so many challenges in the country right now, we have the problem of tariff, we have the problem of sanctions, we have the problem of H1B visa, we have the problems of many other things going on simultaneously. Okay. In all this, there is one very much positive news, and that positive news is India's first overseas defense facility. It has been established in Morocco. Okay. So we see that this is first overseas defense facility of India. This is something which has been established here. This is something which has been established in Morocco. Okay. So here, if you look at this, this is the facility here. This is the facility here. It is Tata Advanced Systems Limited. Tata Advanced System Limited. Tata Advanced Systems Limited. Okay. So this is India's first foreign facility, foreign defense facility, which has been opened up in Morocco. Okay. And this is, like, if you look at this, it is the largest defense infra of Morocco. It is the largest defense infra of Morocco. Okay. And what it is going to develop? It is going to develop this one platform which is called as WAP. Okay. It is going to develop WAP. And what is the meaning of WAP? WAP stands for Wheeled Armored Platform. Wheeled Armored Platform. So if you look at this vehicle, if you look at this one vehicle, it looks like this. Okay. This is a wheeled armed platform. It is 8x8. So this is an armed vehicle. This is an armored vehicle. This is an armored vehicle which has been developed by Tata Advanced Systems Limited. And now they are going to manufacture it in case of Morocco. They are going to manufacture it in case of Morocco. Okay. And if you see the location, that location factor is very important. This is Morocco. This is the area of Morocco. Now, it's not that we are targeting just in Africa, although there is a benefit here, like it is for strengthening, it strengthens, or it is strengthening our ties to Africa. Okay. Second, what we see that it is having connectivity, it is having this connectivity to Europe. You can see this, it is having connectivity directly to the European region. So on one hand, you have the regions of Africa, of course, and on the other hand, you have the access to Europe also. So we are having our overseas defense facility in Morocco, and with here, we will also try to gain an advantage in European markets. So on one hand, it is improving our ties with Africa also, and on other hand, we will have better connectivity to Europe from here. Okay. So if you look at this, like there is this Morocco region, here we have Spain. There is a very famous area here, Strait of Gibraltar. There is a very famous area here, Strait of Gibraltar. So this Strait of Gibraltar, if you look at this, this is having like it is more like a country which is having autonomy in most of the decision, but in defense matter, it is under the control of UK. Okay. So Gibraltar is a small island nation. It is a small island, and here what we see that like this area is under the control of UK. So it is under the control of UK, Gibraltar. So Strait of Gibraltar is also there. You will see that the distance here, the distance between Europe and Morocco is only 13 kilometers. The distance here between Europe and this Africa is only 13 kilometers. So it is quite nearby structure. It is a quite nearby structure. So if we are having our defense manufacturing here, it will give us access to the European market quite easily. So there are two things here. First, we are having our defense production facility outside India, number one. Second, from this area, we will have a better ties with Africa. Second part. Third part, from here, we would also be supplying the defense equipments to Europe. So a competitive advantage may also start from here. Okay. So this is one such good news which we can see from here. Okay. So I hope this one part is clear. What is this Strait of Gibraltar and what we are trying to do here? The first defense facility, yes, connecting Europe and Africa. In middle of all those challenging things which we see in the world right now, we see that something good has also come up for India. Okay. Last day also there was this one news article which was with respect to Navy, Indian Navy. So Indian Navy is also producing a huge number of vessels indigenously now. Many of the vessels which are being inducted by the Navy, they are now being prepared locally. Means we are now producing them indigenously. So we are trying to have that Atmanirbharta in at least defense sector. So that can be one of the major industrial setups in India. India can emerge as a defense supplier. For a very long period of time, India has remained as the top importer of weapons. India has remained as top importer of weapons. Now it is time to reverse the trend. Okay. So that is another topic. Now we have, so this one news article, and I think all of you already know this, that last year, that this is the award for 2023. This is the national film award It is National Film Award for 2023. So here there is one of the most important award, Dada Sahab Phalke Award. Dada Sahab Phalke Award. And this award has been given to a very famous actor, okay, a very famous actor from Malayalam film industry. His name is Mohanlal. If you are watching South Indian movies, you may have seen multiple movies of Mohanlal. Okay. So, how many of you have seen his movies? There is one question: are indigenous products good or worth? See, there is a general concept that if we are having something indigenous, is it having that quality or not? Okay. So here you can see one thing. There is a BrahMos missile which is also being produced indigenously only, and it is one of the most capable missile systems of the world. And there are certain systems which has not been that much good. But here you can see that now we are not going for production by the PSUs. We are not having production by the public sector units. Now it is mostly private sector which is producing the defense equipments. And private sector is known for profitability. And for profitability, they will try to make something innovative. So that is one chance that the product under these manufacturing facilities may be much more better. So this is one part. How many of you have seen movies of him? BrahMos was co-developed with Russia, that's true, but production happened in India. So technology there, production here. The Drishyam movie. In Drishyam also he is there. Okay, yes, I think so. So we have this Dada Sahab Phalke Award, Mohanlal. Then we have other awards also which are not that much important. My personal favorite, if you ask about this, in 2022, this Dada Sahab Phalke Award was given to whom? It was given to the legend. It was given to the legend Mithun Chakravarti. Okay. So this last year, this Dada Sahab Phalke Award was given to Mithun Chakravarti. Now I will just suggest you, like, of course he's a great actor and everything, but there is a particular movie scene. If you have looked, if you have watched his movies, you may have seen a particular movie scene where he's hiding behind a bicycle. Is hiding behind a bicycle when someone is like firing bullets at him. When someone is firing from a pistol towards Mithun Chakravarti, he is hiding behind a bicycle. So that is my favorite scene of all time in Bollywood. Okay. But yes, he is a great actor. Many of his films are quite good. He has been one of the very famous figures in Indian Bollywood. Okay. So he also got the Dada Sahab Phalke Award in 2022. Means this one was announced in 2024. And at this 71st National Film Award, Dada Sahab Phalke Award has been given to Mohanlal. For other exams, you can also prepare the remaining things like who were the best actors, who were the best actresses. You can see Shah Rukh Khan and Vikram Masel. Okay. So he has got this Best Actor Award and Rani Mukherjee has got the Best Actress Award. So these things you can see for other exams. But Dada Sahab Phalke Award is one important thing. And these days UPSC is also asking about books. They're also asking about who has written this book, who has won this match. So in that context, they can ask anything. Okay. May I know, it is out of the blue, can the governor withhold his assent on money bill? So for money bill, generally the governor cannot withhold assent. There is a case that if the money bill is like causing something against the central rule, okay, or like suppose there is a bill for increasing, let us say increasing the limit of borrowing by the state, and you know that constitutional provisions don't allow it. So in that case, it can be reserved. It can be reserved by the governor. But in general, money bill is not withheld by the governor. In certain cases, there is discretionary power of governor to withhold any type of bill. Ajay Devgan scene of bicycle. No, my favorite Ajay Devgan scene is about his hairstyle. The hairstyle which used to be there earlier in the movie. In that hairstyle, you can see that half of his eyes were covered. So that used to be my favorite style of Ajay Devgan. Like all other styles in Singham and all other things, they are basic. The main style which he was having, when he was having half of his eyes covered with his hair, that was my favorite style of Ajay Devgan. Okay. Now, one last topic which we can see here. This is one. Of course, Sanjay Dutt has like there is one movie for which Sanjay Dutt must get a very good award, and that is Munna Bhai MBBS. That was one movie which was very good, and yes, in Khalnayak also in many other movies he has done very good acting. So now here we are having this one last topic. See this. There is a speech in UN. Okay. There is a speech in UN, and in that speech to UN, Trump has said that United Nations is not living up to its potential. Okay. So you can understand from here who is accusing United Nations. United Nations is being accused by Donald Trump. He is saying that the global body is not working or not living up to its potential. There is UNESCO, a part of UN. US is out of it. There is WTO. US has blocked any such decision making at WTO. There is World Health Organization, another part of UN. So US is not part of it also. There is United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, which has finalized Paris Treaty. US has moved out of it. So first, US has already made all these institutions irrelevant. It has been going against its principle, and now US is saying to UN that you are not living up to its potential. So that is the irony. Yes, sorry, I could not include it in the beginning. Okay, just let me add it in the beginning of the class tomorrow itself. Tomorrow I will add that supercomputer part. Sorry, I forgot it today, but tomorrow I will discuss that for sure. मेरा भाई पहले का था. देखो, I will also try to make the same hairstyle now. Once my hair comes up, I will have the same hairstyle. Like it will be going from there, covering this entire portion. I will try to copy that. Okay. And tomorrow we will discuss this supercomputer part, first topic in the beginning. Sorry that I forgot it today, but tomorrow I will discuss that. Okay. So these were all articles. US can blame anything. Like US is right now, it can say that there is global warming because of sun. Okay. That if sun was not shining that much, then there would not have been global warming. So US can put the blame on sun also. Will there be environment classes in foundation batch? Yes. Yes, Mahi, there will be environment classes. I think in one of the batch, the mains portion is pending. Yes, I will be doing that most probably in the month of October perhaps. KGF style, that also I can see, but I have not watched that movie, so I have only seen some portions of it. I will have to see the movie first and then I will adopt the style. Okay. So thank you so much everyone. Let's meet tomorrow and then we will discuss remaining topics. Thank you.